Today, I thought I'd just do a little quick video on the Adidas Ultra Boost 19 that came out very recently. This is the colourway that came out on January 15 and retailed for 260 Australian dollars. Obviously it's a massive design change from the last Ultra Boost, obviously from the 1.0 to the 4.0s. Not a lot was changed, mainly just the prime knit pattern and the heel counter sort of texture. Other than that, it was pretty stock standard, pretty much the same as the 1.0s. So they've obviously done a lot to this shoe compared to the last version of them. Obviously the first thing I think we have to talk about is that according to Adidas, you get 20% more boost material, which you can definitely see, especially in the back, sort of levels out, towards the toe box area of the shoe. Obviously they've also changed the prime knit pattern. It, on inspection, feels really thick and looks a lot thicker than maybe what you're used to, but when you have the shoe on, definitely wraps around your foot a lot better, I think, while still maintaining that sort of breathability that you get with the Ultra Boost. And then obviously the last sort of big change is the cage. So it's sort of this plasticky sort of weird material, still very breathable. Obviously you probably can't tell, but you can see that it's sort of perforated, so it's still quite breathable. It's kind of similar to what you'd sort of see on the Nike Zoom Fly or the Element 87 React. It's sort of that sort of plasticky sort of texture and sort of feel. And obviously when you look at that plastic, you think it's not going to be breathable, but it actually is. In terms of everything else, it's pretty much the same. Obviously, the heel counter as well is different. So they've sort of gone for it's almost like a 3D printed sort of deal heel counter. It's got an internal heel counter as well, so obviously it doesn't look like there's anything in the back here, but you can, when I squeeze it, it provides some sort of resistance. Does do a good job of locking down your heel again, and yeah, obviously on the bottom you've got that continental sole, so you'll still get pretty good traction, pretty good grip on them. And that's about it. I mean, obviously it feels like Boost. There's not much really else to say. If you're interested in this shoe for running, would I run in these? I think that's a question that gets asked a lot. Are Ultra Boost runners in terms of running? To me, I don't think they are. Obviously they're designed for running, but how many runners do you see really running an Ultra Boost? Not a lot. So I think there's better shoes on the market for running for 260 Australian dollars. There's better Adidas running shoes as well that still have Boost in them. So if you're going to buy these and you're looking for a running shoe, I wouldn't buy these. If you're looking for a sort of lifestyle choice that you could run in, yeah, you could go for these, but these are definitely more of a lifestyle shoe for me, or a gym shoe. Obviously we'll talk about the prime knit and the sort of pattern. So it's obviously that sort of multicolour pattern that we sort of saw on those 1.0s. And then it's obviously here in the tongue area, it's quite stretchy, which allows you to just sort of slip them on, and then it obviously tightens up more down the bottom here in the forefoot. Other than that, it's again pretty stock standard. It feels exactly the same as Ultra Boost. Do you feel the extra 20%? I don't know. How can you tell? You never will, because it's just a number. Could be 21%, could be 15%. So yeah, it's just silly. Obviously it does. You obviously do get more because it's thicker in the heel, but do you really notice that? I don't think you do. Other than that, yeah, it's an Ultra Boost. Can't go wrong, really. It's probably one of the most comfortable shoes on the market. Still, probably for me, one of the better looking ones. And yeah, if you're interested in these, pretty sure they're still available on the Adidas web store. I know they're available on Prodirect Running. I'll leave a link in the description. And yeah, see you next time.
Unorthodox.